Oh yeah, welcome to Mallory Park. And as you might be able to hear, here's some V4s. It's not a Aprilia, it's not a Ducati, it's a Norton. We're here to ride the new V4SV, and it's a pretty special treat, a pretty exclusive job. Listen. Let's test ride a Steve Plater. And yeah, this is the first time we're going to get to sample the new Nortons, or the new Norton under the new leadership, new ownership. So post Ghana, things can only get better, and they already are. So just start by saying the people who have ordered and put a deposit down will be able to get a bike. They're going to honour that. So anyway, there's no onboard cameras because it's the UK. So it's going to be a bit of a bits of job here, but I'll do my best. Well, I lied. I showed him our public liability insurance. I've got a camera. Oh yes. Ghana absolutely stank the place out, but now Norton's new owners, the TVS Motor Group, are picking up the pieces, investing millions into a new factory and a 10-year product plan. Back to the here and now, TVS identified that the quality of the bikes rolling off the production line was slightly below par, shall we say, so they've re-engineered the V4SV ready for public consumption, and most of the bike is all new. There's a fascinating interview with the new CEO that Boovy did over on 44teeth.com, so check that out. And if you want more tech spec, check out the walk around on Bike Sausage. Links in description. Thank you, mate. Oh, here we go then, following Mr. Steve Plater. The last time I saw Steve, he stuck chili sauce in one of my desserts when we were abroad. But we're not hanging about anyway with cold tyres. Wow, it's so small. Feels like a proper little GP racer. Oh, tyres are cold. Remember, we're on road tyres here, Nige. Whoa, the seat is slippery. Tell you what, I think it's a bit of a fashion over form seat. But this bike hasn't been designed as a track bike, it's been designed to go on the road. What a sweet little handling bike. I say little. Big thumping V4, but gives you so much confidence straight away. Whoa! That seat is slippery. Gearbox feels nice and sweet. I suppose we better start off by saying this is I think a transitional period, should we say. You know, the post-Ghana era is going to sting for everyone, especially the customers, and for TVS, who's obviously bought the company, bought the brand. But 900 products on this bike, 900 parts, over 428 of them. Oh, you prick! Over 428 of them have been redesigned. I was just saying to the camera, I said, the last time I saw, well, one of the last time I saw Steve was when he put chili sauce in my fucking pudding. It's a beautiful chassis, I can tell you that now. I need some more fitness. There's not a lot to hold on to. The tank's very thin. Oh, it turns so lush. Oh. Norton has said this has been designed as a road bike, not as a race bike. But I don't believe that for a second. This chassis is so weak. Wow. I'm kind of blowing. Sorry for the lack of talking, but this is way better than I was expecting. This is so much better. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't as good as this. Right, I'm on the Manx now. Cold tyres, chill out for a bit. We're in sport mode now, which is full power. Yeah, if this tank was a bit thicker and the seat was grippier, it would be pretty hard to fault. And I never thought I'd say that coming here today. Interestingly, Chad was saying that he's ridden 4 bikes and they all feel slightly different. That's no surprise really, because they're not mass registered, they're all individually registered with the SVA test. This chassis, wow, it's dynamically really hard to fault. You bastard! Ugh. Oh, ABS kicking in there. What I say, the electronics they do feel slightly rudimentary. I'm actually not sure if I prefer it in sport mode or road mode. Road mode is much more manageable. As well, we're on road tyres, we're on Sport Smart, so they're not amazing, but there's so much mechanical grip. Don't really think it's worth chucking this down the road just to get some shit pictures in the wet.
A handful of rain interrupted laps weren't the ideal testing conditions, and certainly not enough to form a definitive review, especially as we didn't get the chance to ride the V4SV on the road. However, spanking a bike around a track for a few sessions is enough to understand any bike's strengths and weaknesses, and in this case the fact you're sat on something pretty special. As mentioned, the chassis feels like a proper little GP racer. I wouldn't be surprised if the frame was built using a 250 GP jig. The SV is super stiff and at home on the side of the tyre, but its racy tech has ensured it didn't like Mallory's bumps and swells too much. Likewise, the V4 motor ensures an enthralling ride, emphasised by the short gearing, even if we had to run the exhaust baffles to combat the noise issues at Mallory. It punches seriously hard and there's more than enough power on tap, perhaps too much in sport mode for Mallory's diminutive nature, but the delivery is definitely something that could be developed. I never quite had the feeling of a predictable rear-wheel connection with the throttle and it felt a bit arcade-like. The truth is though, most buyers and potential owners won't give a shit what we say. It hasn't got the outright pace of its mass-produced superbike rivals, but Norton say this isn't a track bike, which is a little bit strange considering how racy it is. The V4SV is a slice of engineering beauty. It offers something completely different and certainly goes as well as it looks. As it should do for 44 grand.
Now, I don't want to keep on about the Garner era, but you know, I think he was more interested in racing than pleasing customers, and there's been such damage caused to the brand, but that's all over now. Since TVS has taken over, it's a completely new slate, new factory. You know, they've taken 98% of the staff. You know, it's like I said, it's a completely new frame of mind, positivity. They've got proper investment now. We're not talking a few quid and, you know, oh, we've got enough money to pay McGuinness or Josh Brooks to do the TT. We're talking a lot of money to start developing bikes and actually thinking about the next 10 years. So it is exciting times, and this Norton really is one of the only truly British brands left now. I'm talking about built, designed, everything in England. You know, that Union Jack kind of is relevant and deserves to be on that bike. Of the 900 bits on this bike, 428 or something have been completely redesigned or changed. So there was lots to do, and the engine, they kind of picked up on 35 issues, quite major issues that would have caused, you know, significant damage to the engine and potentially the rider. So there's a lot of work gone into it, and this new kind of team, and I've been chatting to the guys here, some new, some have been here for years and years, but there's a real kind of positivity around, and everyone seems to be really happy. And before, if you wanted to ride a Norton, you had to be from MCN or you had to be one of Garner's mates, and now it's all changed. Like I said, there's a really good vibe about the place. So things are looking up, and we will see some new bikes from Norton. It's as simple as that, not just a bike they've inherited. But yeah, I'm pleased. I'm really chuffed for the brand, and long may it continue. But Mallory Park, 185 horsepower. I probably wouldn't have said this is the perfect track to test it on, but I tell you what, this highlighted just how bloody good this chassis is.